Hello idlers, this is your Colonel speaking, and ladies and gents, we have new events, so we're going to check those out right now. And first of all, let's see, the daily reward is going to be lucky clovers, 100 per day, and that means it's the item exchange event, Clover Garden here. But before that, we do have value packages here, and so you can get profit orbs and clovers for the event, and otherwise nothing really special there. I assume profit orbs will be coming up in the next week or possibly two, so those orbs will be helpful then. Anyway, going on here to Clover Garden here. So we got all sorts of good stuff here. So basically, you collect the lucky clovers in your loot drops here in campaign. So if you go here, there we go. We got some clovers there. So and take this for what it's worth, because this is not confirmed, okay? But basically, you only need to check your loot every 10 hours. That's I believe after 10 hours you don't collect anymore. And so you want to collect your loot at least every 10 hours in order to keep that going. But in the last event, Clover Garden, actually the event before last, I was trying to save up here 2,500. Oh, it looks like it's gone up. So this one here, this one's gone up because it was 2,500, and now it's 2,700 for this particular tier here. So that's not so good. We'll see. So anyway, the time before this, it used to be 2,500, and there was I think a King Barton was the 2,500 level, and I was gunning for that, and I got 24.99 out of the event. I was so racked off. So anyway, on the last event, I remembered that time, and I was like, okay, I really want this Sia copy, which was last time's deal, and the last couple of days I was looking at my items. It was the helms, I guess, and I was saying, I don't think I'm going to get enough again, and so I started checking my campaign loot like really frequently, and it seemed like the more frequently I checked it, the more of these items I got, and I did end up getting enough to get the Shia copy. Now, again, that's just pure speculation on my part, and no guarantees that actually works, but checking your loot more often than the 10 hours seemed to work for me, so take that for what it's worth. Again, it's pure speculation here, but anyway, so generally speaking, you can maybe get to this 2,700 mark. I don't know if they're going to be giving out more than normal, because like I said, I've had a hard time getting up to 2,500, and now that it's 2,700, I don't know if it's going to be more difficult or not to get to that level. Anyway, but I know for the 3,300 and the 3,000 level, you generally have to spend in order to get up to that level. You're not going to get free-to-play players aren't going to get to those the last two items there. Like I said, you may get to this level, which would be nice. I do need a Horus copy to get my Horus to, I think that would be an E1 Horus for me. Anyway, next down you have a Flame Strike copy for 2300, and then you can get a Scary Skin for 1500 here. I wouldn't recommend that necessarily. I generally 1500 for a skin is pretty expensive. So I would generally buy either orbs or scrolls, heroic scrolls, if you don't end up buying sort of these bigger prizes. I don't know that I would buy a Flame Strike copy either. But you know, it depends, I guess, if you're building Flame Strike. I would definitely pick up the Horus copy if I did get to the 2700 level. I don't think I would. Personally, I'm not going to go for the Flame Strike copy or the Scary Skin. I do have that skin already, of course, but I generally don't buy skins here. I generally just either do the 2700 level. I'll buy that hero sometimes, or I will just get orbs or scrolls, depending on which ones I need for the next event. Right now I have 400 scrolls, so I'm good for the next heroic summoning event. I may need some orbs though, because I am a little short on orbs, so I might go there. Anyway, and then the gold and the spirit are just filler items that you can get. Once you've spent all the rest of your items, then you can just spend the rest on gold and spirit in order to get rid of the rest of them. Anyway, next we have the mysterious chest, and this is always a nice event. The 500 level is a great deal because you're getting 5 scrolls for 500. That's like 100 per scroll, and those cost 125 to 150 in in the market and the Aspen Dungeon, which is where you generally buy those. So 100 apiece is a great deal, and of course you're getting the promotion stones as well on top of that. So it's a great deal. Always good to pick that up. This one, I generally don't pick up this offer, but you can go for it, especially if you want the full set of armor here with this chest. This gives you 2 of the pieces, and then this one gives you the other 2. So if you're trying to get a full set, sometimes it's worth it, I guess, to pick up this chest. But the orb chest is definitely a good deal. Again, you're getting 8 orbs for 2400 gems, which that's what, 320. No, what is that? 8 will go into 24. Yeah, it's 300. It's 300 per gem, right? So, 300 gems per orb, and that's great. Because in the Aspen Dungeon, sometimes you can get them for 450 a piece with the 5 orb offer from the senior merchant, and otherwise you just you can buy them for 500 in the market. So 300 a piece is a great deal. And of course you get the 2 pieces of armor on top of that as well, so that's a great deal. Next is it's a hero copy. This one is Sigmund, who's he's a great PvE hero. I generally don't purchase this one. 4,000 gems is a little steep for you know, for a 5-star hero shard like this. You know, Sigmund is an elite hero, and you know, if this is going to get you to maybe a 10-star Sigmund, or you know, an E3 or something, then you know, by all means, go for it. But anyway, it is a little expensive though, and the dust is just, not a big deal. Now, sometimes this chest costs 8,000. This time around it costs 6,000, so it might not be as good as normal. Yeah, sometimes you'll get a hero copy in here. And so this time around, though, you do get an exclusive orange artifact and 25,000 guild coins, which is great. This is a really nice package, especially for 6,000. And so I will probably be picking that one up. And in fact, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and buy the scrolls, and going to go ahead and get, should we get the orbs? We might get the orbs, but we're definitely getting the granddaddy package here. And let's go see which exclusive artifact we got, shall we? Exclusive artifacts are amazing, and they don't come along very often. So what is this? Let's see. Time control. So it's for light. It's for the light faction. Damage against ranger, HP, and holy damage. So not bad. Not the greatest, but not bad. We'll take it. And other than that, I think that is the event, my friends. So so what we're going to do now, what we're doing in the next little while, we're waiting for the monthly events to roll around again. So as you can see, I have 171 hours before those come around again. Once those, because I've already completed all of these, all of my fusions for this event. So when those roll around again, my plan is to 9-star Dragon Slayer, and then use that to 10-star my Fat Moo, and that is going to get me my 10-star King Barton, actually. And I've really been wanting to 10-star Cthulhu, but I don't get the copies, and I do get I have been getting a bunch of King Barton copies, so I guess the game wants me to build King Barton, and that's what I'm going to do. So now they've also reworked the Asmodel's skills, and we'll check that out in a moment. And they've also I assume they've upped Starlight's speed, I guess. They've adjusted it anyway, and they also, they've changed skins a little bit. So now you can trade 5 normal skins for a legendary one. So that's kind of nice. Before you could just combine 2 regular skins to get another regular skin, but now you can combine 3. You can combine 5 into a legendary one, so that's really nice. We're going to go check those out really quickly. Here. So, let's see. Let's go to skins here, and so up here is skin fusion here. So up here is skin fusion, and I only have 2 that aren't equipped, so I would need to go ahead and get rid of those 3, other 3, I guess. So we could do that really quickly. Let's see. see, who do we want to get rid of? Maybe... I would say Fat Moo and I don't know if I can swing this at the moment, honestly. So yeah, we're just gonna leave. We're gonna leave it for now. I just did a bunch of skin combining, like this past week, so that was not good for me. Anyway, I will have to save up some skins to do that with. But anyway, we can check on Asmodel here, and let's see. There we go. So I'm not really familiar with his abilities as they were before, but we'll check him out here. So he deals 225% of attack damage against 4 random enemies, and puts a crit mark on them. When that target receives critical strikes, that will deal 300% of attack damage to it. Increases self 40% of attack for 3 rounds. So when he casts his active skill, he damages 4 random enemies and then puts crit marks on them. So they'll take another 300% damage whenever they receive a crit. And he also increases his own attack for 3 rounds by 40%. So passive skills, he's got plus 40% HP, plus 35% attack, holy damage plus 50%, crit plus 35%, and control immune plus 30%. Wow, that's a lot of buffs. So pretty nice there. Did he have control immune before? I'm not sure. I don't think he did. He may have. Then his basic attack deals 160% of attack to frontline enemies and puts a crit mark on them, which will deal 250% of attack damage when they take a crit. And that also increases his crit damage for 3 rounds 40%. So that's kind of interesting. And lastly, Light Guardian 3. When he takes damage, he puts a crit mark on all enemies, which triggers when the target receives critical strikes, dealing 180% of attack damage, increases self damage reduced by 25% for 1 round. So that's interesting. I don't think he did that when he got hit before, but maybe he did. Anyway, there you go. There's upgraded Asmodel, and what else do we have to look at here? We did the skin. I'm not going to look at Starlight. I was going to mention though, I don't really agree with them upping the stats on these old characters, these old heroes. It seems kind of, I don't know. I would prefer if when they release new heroes, that those new heroes should have like some kind of buffs for older heroes that kind of bring the older heroes up to the fore. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So like, they sort of did that with when Jorah was released. You know, she kind of had synergy with Ice Blink, for example, and he'd sort of fallen into disuse. But you know, and you know, she didn't really bring him back necessarily. But you know, if they did stuff like that with the new released heroes, if they give some buffs to some of the older heroes, I think I'd prefer that over just straight buffing older heroes. Because really, I don't know, like the buffs that they've given to Ormus and Vesa and Starlight, etc., etc., they're just they're still not the greatest heroes, honestly. You know, they're okay, but they're still not, you know, the best. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. At any rate, this is your Colonel signing off. Thank you for joining me once again. And remember, as always, karma can be a bitch, but you gotta love her anyway. So anyway, everybody, thank you for joining me once again. If this has been helpful, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, tell all your friends to come and join the party. And I will see you all in the next video.